It's your boy Sam back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about the 4 new cards coming to NBA 2K24 MyTEAM today. Obviously headlined by our first Ruby card that we did see this week in Chris Mullin and the free fast break Alvan Adams as well. Now, I don't necessarily think Alvan Adams is going to be very great, and so that kind of hurts me a little bit to have another free card that, again, I don't think is going to be great. We're going to be going through talking about all of these guys. Now, remember, the Chris Mullin, Elton Brand, Seth Curry, those guys are all going to go towards the lock-in for, obviously, Steph Curry. So if you're wanting Steph Curry, again, I would wait to buy any of the players, but again, that's what they're for. The Elton Brand goes for the towards the Draymond Green, Clyde Drexler collection, which is all free. So again, that's just kind of where we're at, what to look at as we dive into these cards today. Now, Seth Curry, when I made my video last night previewing this drop, the thing I said about Seth Curry is this, okay? I don't mind Seth Curry at all. Problem I see with him is this, okay? He's only 6'1", and his release is on normal timing. Now, yesterday when I went and shot around with him, I don't want to say it's that bad, but it's not a release that I think is Mike Miller. I don't think it's Kyle Korver good. Like, it's a very mediocre release. And again, at 6'1", horrible defensively, I just don't see how this card plays in any sort of setting. Now, can this card be used in like triple threat offline if you're just starting the game and stuff like that? Sure. Like, I can see him being used in that type of setting, but that's about the only setting I can even see him being used. And again, you guys can say I'm gassing it, say all this, say all that, but he's 6'1", he's horrible defensively, his release isn't good or cheesy. I just don't see it with this Seth Curry card. I know his shooting badges are elite. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat them and act like they're not. They are elite. But if that's all he gives you on the court, that's not great. Now, Alvan Adams up next, center power forward. This card is going to be free, 68 speed, 55 lateral quickness, and he can't shoot. This card is a bona fide scrub, okay? I know he's free, and I like the fact that 2K is giving us some free content. But this card sucks, and I'm not going to sit here and gas him, okay? If a card's bad, I'm going to sit here and tell you guys he's bad. I wish his mid-range went to the 3-ball, but he has the Brook Lopez base as well, which is just not good from top to bottom, guys. Alvan Adams, a card I'd grind because the grind for him is going to be really easy, and you're still going to be up to date with the Clyde and Draymond, but Alvan Adams stinks. I mean, I guarantee the other sapphire we see today is way better than Alvan Adams. Now let's look, because the other sapphire is kind of, I don't want to say pay to win, but kind of that way. Now Elton Brand, he looks a lot like Alvan Adams. Like I said, he'd be a lot better, man. I don't know if he's going to. They look pretty similar, at least from what I'm seeing right now. Now let's compare them. Okay, Elton Brand, you guys can see price-wise 16,000 MT. They look very similar. Elton Brand's way better though. You look at this defense, it is way, way, way better than Alvan Adams. Now, again, both the cards are relatively similar. Neither of these cards are cards I would probably pick up for my squad. Now, again, you guys can do what you guys want to do. But Elton Brand can't shoot. His defense is very mediocre because he's not that tall. I mean, he's only 6'9". So I just don't know if I would pick up either Elton Brand or Alvan Adams. Now, obviously, Alvan Adams, I can't say I wouldn't pick him up because he is free, so I would. But I'm just saying, if you had to spend the MT on Alvan Adams, he stinks too. So far, we've got a 6'1" point guard that absolutely stinks. We've got a 6'9" power forward in Alvan Adams that absolutely stinks. And we got a 6'9" power forward in Elton Brand that absolutely stinks. So far, we are 0 for 3. And I would say Seth Curry is the best card I've went over so far. Even with his, in my opinion, not great release, he's the best card we have so far. Then we see Chris Mullin, okay? This is the card I think could really do it for us. Now, release-wise, it's super fluid, super smooth. Is it super quick like the Mike Miller or like the Kyle Korver? It's not that quick. It is quick, but it's not that quick. So, I mean, I think it's a good overall release, but just don't expect it to be like the best release in the game because you will definitely be let down if that's kind of your expectations. 92 3-ball with some of the best shooting badges in my team. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Now, why do I like Chris Mullin? Here's why, okay? You compare him to Kyle Korver. Look at the defense. He is way better. The plus 13 lateral quickness, interior is better, strength is better, speed, acceleration, vertical is better. Everything that everybody, that everybody that doesn't like Kyle Korver is talking about, guess what? Chris Mullin can do all of those things at a better level. Now, the one thing about it, guys, Kyle Korver's release is going to be better. And that's what makes, Kyle Korver's good. Kyle Korver's hot spots are better. So don't think it's just, Chris Mullin's way better than Kyle Korver. That's not what I'm saying. Kyle Korver even probably has a better dribble style. But I'm just saying Chris Mullin's going to fit that type of mold. So if you like guys that are absolute pure sharps, you're probably going to like this Chris Mullin card. The one thing I would encourage you guys to think about is his release, okay? Go shoot around. All you got to do, if you want to see test out Chris Mullin's release, because I hate when people are like, Ty, I hate trying cards out and then realizing they're not good. Man, go into Play Now, 2KU, the Play Now with the all-time Warriors, and shoot around with Chris Mullin. You're going to like his release. It's super smooth. Again, it's not as quick as some of those guys, but it's super smooth, super easy to time, and easy to green. So before you spend if you want to spend your MT on him, which again, I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing unless you want Steph Curry. Before you do that, go shoot around with Chris Mullin, because I don't want you guys being like, well, Ty, you said he'd be good and his release isn't good. Man, go shoot around with him. That is something I would do. Now, again, even with Seth Curry, boom. Just get on Seth Curry, shoot around with him as well. Again, that is something I recommend. Now, Elton Brand, Alvan Adams, there's no point of even shooting with them, because both these cards are bona fide scrubs. I'm not just saying that to say that. They are both bona fide scrubs. So, again, if you want to get them, man, do ultimately what you guys have to do. But I'm just warning you, with Elton Brand especially, I would be very hesitant spending the MT on him. For Alvan Adams, look, he's a free card. Grind him out. I could care less, but he's not great. So now we've got 9 out of our 15 total cards. Now, the thing about these 9, you're looking at so far, I'm going to do some quick math in my head. You're looking at basically 150,000 MTs so far. So even if the rest of the cards are rubies, I mean, Steph's, I don't want to say not super expensive, but he's going to be somewhat affordable for people, especially compared to like Shaq. And again, I might even expect some more sapphires coming with it as well. We'll have to obviously see. But Chris Mullin's the only card in this set right now. Obviously, Ray Allen can shoot lights out. I get that. Ray Allen's better than any of the other cards we got today. But outside of Chris Mullin, Marcus Camby's decent. There's nobody else in this set that I'm really high on at all. Like, there's just not. This set, in general, really does not get my attention. And even with these fast break cards, they're bad too. So, I mean, so far this week, like, I know we've gotten, like, sort of content every day, but these cards have been kind of bad. And I'm not trying to sit here and be negative, because I'm glad we're getting cards, getting some sort of content every single day. But these cards are not great. So I'm hoping Steph's at least good, and I'm hoping Clyde and Draymond are good, because otherwise this is going to be a long week in my team that and again, it's supposed to get better as the week goes on. So hopefully tomorrow is better than today. But I'm kind of let down right now, and I'm not like super mad about it, but to say I'm like excited about a lot of these cards, I'd just be sitting up here lying to you guys, because I'm really not super excited. You guys can let me know your thoughts on these 4 cards. Which of these 4 are you guys personally most excited about? For me, it's got to be Chris Mullin. But is Chris Mullin somebody I would pick up? No, I don't think he's going to be worth the price he's going for. So that's just something, again, I'd encourage you guys to think about before you're, spending a bunch of MT. Think about if they're worth it for you and your specific squad. That's going to wrap it up for our video, guys. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are doing it. As always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.